Hi guys, welcome back. It's your boy Pestily here, bringing you a new player Shoreline guide. So before I crack into it, I just want to do a quick shout out to Time to Get Swifty. Happy fucking birthday, bro. Now let's crack into the spawns. As with the other Tarkov maps, this is broken up into two sides with the spawns. One thing to note about the village spawns is they're a little bit congested, and if you know where the other spawns are, people will try and rush them. However, the majority of people try and head towards the luxury houses, which I'll detail later, and then up to a resort. A thing to note about this guide is I'm not touching the resort at all. I'm going to do a whole separate video on all the rooms and the best places to loot in the resort. However, there is still plenty to loot on this map, and you'll see that I found 3 Bitcoins in the one raid. Another thing to note about this map is it's been doubled in size, and since then the optimization of the map is still a work in progress with the devs. However, hopefully in due time, this will become a lot better. Moving on to the riverside spawns. Generally what I've found is if you spawn on the riverside, you're either rushing straight up to the resort or you're going over that side for quests. The village side spawns have a lot more loot locations, and in my opinion is a better side to start on the map if you want to hunt down PMCs. Moving on to exits. The first exit we have is the CCP temporary exit, which is located in the most northwestern side of the map. This exit is only available if you spawn on the village side and if the light is on when you get there. Next exit we have is the pier boat. This is located in the middle of the north of the map. You'll only be able to use this exit if the boat's located there with a red flashing light. This exit takes 30 seconds to extract. This exit is available for both sides of the map too. Next we have rock passage. This is available for both sides of the map as well. This extract is only available if there's green smoke illuminated. You'll find this extraction near the bunker and the bridge at the bottom middle of the map. The next exit we have is road to customs. This exit is available if you spawn on the village side and is always available. This exit is located on the far western side of the map. Last exit we have is tunnel, which is always available if you spawn on the river side of the map. This exit is located in the northeastern side of the map right near Scav Island and is a very dangerous exit to take at times as people seem to camp it a lot. Alright, let's move into loot locations. First I'm going to go through the village. There's 2 shops in the village that have a high chance of spawning Tushonka, as well as there's 2 cash registers in one of the shops. After you've been through both the shops, it's a good idea to head down to the bus slightly towards the tunnel, as inside that bus there's the spawn location for the safe key for the luxury houses. The safe key is only a chance to spawn and it's not always there, but once you've been there, there's a house close to the luxury houses that contains 3 duffel bags, which is a great location to find a lot of your quest items. Also, this is on the way to luxury houses, which I would suggest looting next. So just up from the village, there's the 2 luxury houses. Each of these houses have 2 safes and 2 weapon safes in each of them. The second luxury house closest to the resort has a locked door at the back, but you can get the key on top of the barrels, just outside of it. This key has a pretty high chance to spawn as well. You've also got the key, hopefully by this stage, to loot the safe upstairs, and then you'll have access to all 4 safes. I generally like to jump over the back fence from here and head out to the bus station. The bus station usually has a few scavs outside of it, but once you've killed them, there's a key you can get inside the bus which has access to duffel bags inside the resort, which I'll explain later, as well as there's a dead scav inside, a weapons crate, a cash register, and a filing cabinet. From here, you'd have the choice of going up to resort or heading down to the gas station, which we'll go on with now. The gas station is located by the water's edge, just north of the bus station. The gas station is on fire, however you are able to run through the flames on the left hand side and only take moderate damage, which you can heal through, and then loot the safe and 3 weapon crates inside. This is a great place to loot, because after this you can head down to the pier, which we'll go on with now. Now as you head down to the pier there might be a few scavs. Once you're down to the pier, there's an office building. Inside the office building there's 2 lots of filing cabinets, 2 safes, 2 computers, and a cash register to loot. Be cautious of looting the filing cabinets, as scavs can spawn here and shoot you while you're looting. So you've looted everything inside here. There's a building out the back which has a cash register you can loot. As well as that, you can head down to the lighthouse building at the very end, and on the top floor there's a key you can loot for the resort. I'm going to do a full guide on where all the keys are for the resort, and also a loot guide for that, so don't worry about that for now. Alright, moving on to the radar tower. This is the main loot spot for the western side of the map. The radar tower has a safe inside it, as well as 3 filing cabinets, as well as a med bag and a duff bag below, and then outside there's the truck, which has 2 weapon crates outside it. As well as that, you can go up the tower, and at the top of the tower there's a key spawn for a resort and a grenade box. With spawning on the western side of the map, majority of people head to here before heading to the resort, or to their quest locations, and you'll find a mixture of hatcheters and geared players heading here at the start, so be cautious of that. I don't exactly know the name of this, but I'm calling it Lonely House. It's located between the resort and the rock tunnels to the south of the map. Inside here there's 2 weapon crates as well as an AK spawn, and for people that spawn towards the rock tunnel on the western side of the map, a lot of people head here as it's a great spot to get an early gun, particularly as a hatcheter. And lastly, we've got Scav Island. Scav Island has a lot of good loot on it. However, there's one massive choke point on and off the island, and once you hear someone shooting on Scav Island, generally anyone who's around will come and camp the exit. So just be real cautious of that. However, on Scav Island, there's 2 med bags and about 4 or 5 crates that you can loot, which has great potential to have loot. If you go in as a hatcheter, you can even get yourself a gun. So lastly, I'm going to go over a couple of danger zones that I haven't already covered through the other parts of the guide. And first we have the power station. The power station doesn't always have the best loot, but it's located very central on the map. So if you end up finding yourself here and killing some scavs, you're pretty much shooting in the middle of the map, and anyone from any direction can start swarming to this location. So just be wary of that. And finally, the scav on top, which is a sniper scav, has an SKS, and he's very fucking powerful when it comes to shooting at you. So if you don't actually spot him and he gets a couple of shots off at you, he can kill you. Finally, we've got the rock tunnel bunker and the bridge. This has been a point of friction for a lot of players, as a lot of people camp the bridge as they spawn on the western side of the map, run over to the bridge and just camp it, as PMCs will come and kill the scavs here for their scav killing quest, as well as if they've been in contact over on the eastern side, they'll try and go to the rock tunnel exit. So be cautious of people sitting up on the rocks or in the grass on the western side of the bridge and trying to pick people off as they cross. So thanks for watching another guide. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. And the next one's going to be a loot guide for the resort, as well as where to get the keys for the specific rooms of the resort. So keep an eye out for that one. And I'll see you next time, guys.